And now I'm going to podcast an episode. Okay? So to podcast an episode, I'm going to click on the menu here. Podcast episode. Click go. I want to see your pen moving. Write down notes. What I want you to do on the area, on the audit area, you are able to podcast just like I do. Okay? So I click go. And now I'm going to look for the video that I want to podcast. I click browse. Normally I podcast from the encode directory, but today I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to go to the hard drive, to the desktop, and in the desktop I'm going to go to Rush, which is my directory there, and I find the podcast from there. Open, then highlight the path, Control C to copy it. Why do I copy the path? Control V to paste it, and paste it one more time. Max. Yes. Why am I doing this, Max?
So we know where it's from.
That's right. Not only we know, but also somebody else that will conduct an audit will be able to find it, because it will be so self-explanatory, so to speak. Another thing that is important, you as management accountant have to know, in a small business they cannot hire an IT director. So the IT, information technology, also becomes part of the management accountant. You are not going to become an IT professional, of course, out of this class, but you should know enough to understand that when the accounting system is going down, the first person in a business that is responsible for it is whom, Max? The management accountant. That's right. And if they fry it either by accident or intentionally, or if there is a disaster like a hurricane and the whole business is submerged and they lose all the customers, they cannot pay payroll, the company goes under and somebody sues them, eventually it will be with the responsibility of whom? The management accountant. Because the accounting system has been destroyed, and that is the reason for the company going down. Okay, now we say okay. And now we go to the end of the podcast and we are looking, we should find, here is another video, and if we click it, it should, this is not the right one. How do I know that it is the wrong one? What file name extension does it have, Max? Any help for Max? Raise your hand.
MP4.
That's right. And what did I say is the format that I'm recording? Anybody that has not marked it with a marker, place a marker on your name tag so it can be read from across the room, okay? And then help other students do the same. Thank you. So this is the wrong file format. What is the file format that I'm using? That's right. This is a recorder that I've done before. Why? Because you have a slow-mo server and a slow-mo computer. You may have to refresh it. So I'm going to refresh it. I'm looking for the refresh, and hopefully another file will emerge. Go again to the control panel. Go again to course document. Go again to pod, and scroll to the end, and hope to find what? Here is Windows Media. Click on it, and you should start streaming it in a short time. Yes, sir. Yes. But bring it over here, okay? No. Sorry. I don't see well, so I cannot catch it, probably. All right. So here you see that it works, and I'm going to stop it now. Also notice that there is no audio. There was a problem with the computer. It didn't work quite right. This is why we're going to switch a computer. So I'm going to try to switch a computer now, but at least we got the video up there. So while this is still running, I'm going to take my memory stick, and this is exactly part of the management accounting. This is called business continuity, backup and recovery plan that is part of the accounting. You are responsible as a management accounting function to have a backup and recovery and business continuity. When there is a disaster like a hurricane and the whole business submerged, no problem. The whole accounting should be on the internet, as well as for a university situation, the classes and everything else. Students all over the world, distributed, because let's say that the Miami area is all submerged in water, the university is all sunk. We are going all over the world. I'm in Alaska, Max is in Honolulu, and let's say that Rachel is in China. The next day we resume on the internet just the same. From Alaska, I broadcast from Ustream. Those of you who have time to attend the class in real time, participated in this way. I archive it, and we are using the better archives from last semester. We are doing everything on Blackboard, the exams and everything. And hopefully next semester when they clean up the place and we come back, we can resume our studies without any problem. Unlike what happened in New Orleans, that since New Orleans University was not prepared properly, what happened with a lot of the students? They had to leave New Orleans because it was submerged. They went to other universities like FIU, UM, and so on. And then once they settled here and they liked the new place, Lucas, what do you think happened to New Orleans as a result? They didn't go back, and the university lost a lot of money. And who should be held responsible for that? In a small business, it will be the management accounting team. In a bigger business, they have an IT department and an IT team, and then the management accountant supervises the part of them, but they're not directly responsible. Okay, so this is becoming part of management accounting. Of course, you're not going to learn and know as much as an IT specialist, but you have to know enough to keep a business afloat and to make sure that there is a backup and recovery plan that will enable it to swing into business right away and not go into bankruptcy as a result from a hurricane